ॐ स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः. Readings from Eternal Words, Spiritual Instructions of Swami Adbhutananda. Maya and Avidya. Is it easy to keep one's mind on God in the midst of wealth, prestige, and splendor? Surely, anything that separates us from God is Maya. If one cannot cut the bonds of Maya, God's grace cannot be realized. Without spiritual and devotional practices, as well as the grace of the Guru, Maya cannot be severed. Maya is of two types, the bad Maya and the good Maya. What is bad Maya? Bad Maya is thinking that God is unreal and that the world is real. Through bad Maya, a person suffers. What is good Maya? It is to realize that the world is impermanent and that God alone is real. To realize Him as the very nature of truth, to concentrate on how one may remember and reflect on Him, and to think of how one may perform His worship. These types of thoughts are good Maya. A person's own Maya makes him restless. Nevertheless, man wants to get entangled with another's Maya. The meaning is this: man is busy with his own worldly affairs, yet over and above all that, he unfairly and meaninglessly entangles himself further by poking his nose into the affairs of others. The goal is to call upon God, but getting some honor and prestige we forget Him. Such is his Maya. Is there anything people won't do for honor and prestige? They print their names in the newspaper. That man is fortunate who knows that all such things are nothing, they are unreal. They are only the play of Maya. The body and the mind will surely experience pleasure and pain. Still, people don't tell God about their sufferings. The three afflictions are removed from one who tells God about his sorrows. Maya is such that it makes the real seem unreal and the unreal seem real. All this is verily the play of Maya. Who does not want to be happy? How many schemes and plans people craft just to stay happy? By such scheming, one will suffer. This too is a type of his Maya. It is very difficult to understand God's Maya. Sri Krishna said, "He who wants my Maya will surely suffer. Don't become bewildered by my Maya and forget me. He who wants me will be happy." Sri Krishna has so many types of play. He also says, "If you consider me to be God, you will be saved. Otherwise, you will suffer various doubts." I said to one of my brother disciples, "You have come to Kashi due to poor health. Your health is improving. Stay a few days more at the door of Vishwanath." He said, "Brother, in that case, the moth will not run well. Everything will become a mess. Now you see, he has passed away. Has the activity of the moth stopped? Does work stop for anyone? God will get his work done. If one dies, another will inevitably carry out the work." Swamiji passed away. The moth and all of its functions did not perish on account of that. It is Maya to think that that will be the case. It is good news that God has given you a son. You can pray so that by the grace of God your son survives. You suffer whenever you say, "Mine, mine." But because you have the attitude that he is God's child, even if he dies, you will not suffer. It will be a great relief if you think it is you alone who gave, you alone took away. As many days as I had the chance, I served that child. One should not have excessive attachment or maya. Such maya only brings great suffering. The one who calls upon God and has faith, devotion, and trust in God can absorb the shock. People forget their past sufferings. That is why there is so much adversity. One does not feel any misery if one frequently thinks, what was my previous suffering and what is my present state? Yet, if by God's grace a little advantageous situation appears, people forget everything. They immediately forget the help that others have given them. This is because they are ordinary human beings. If one remembers the condition from which one has come, one feels empathy for those remaining in such a state. But man forgets his previous suffering and starts condemning others. That is why the Master used to say, don't ever forget an act of benevolence. As long as you live, be grateful. The Master used to say that it matters little if one is rich or poor, but one should not forget the goal. People do forget. Surely that is why there is so much adversity. These things are all the play of Maya. What is the benefit of uselessly thinking about what is gone? It only destroys one's health. It does nothing more. All this trouble comes from saying, mine, mine. One should throw all such things away. Everything is Maya. Can the Master's words be false? Maya makes the real unreal and the unreal real. If one wants to survive the hand of Maya, one should remember God, whose very nature is truth. People become monks to escape the bad Maya that God has created. Or each, either one or the other, will remain. The world is like this. No one has the luxury of a free life. God does not allow that. Such is the impact of his Maya. Sri Krishna said, my Maya does not leave anyone, but he who takes refuge in me will be saved. If one goes into family life, bad desires will surely arise. You will know that the profound grace of God is upon him, in whose mind these thoughts do not arise. One must pay some tax on everything, but no one needs to pay any tax on meditation and japa. Mahamaya, the Divine Mother, has cast upon us such a Maya that desire to do meditation and japa does not arise in the mind. We are parts of God. Is not God in you? Surely He is. You cannot see Him because of the impurity of your mind and the latent mental impressions of many lives. Dogs play together amongst themselves as if they madly love each other. But getting a little food, they will fight and maul each other over it. Similarly, people say so many sweet words, showing so much affection for each other, but where there is a little trace of self-interest, they will not even shrink from murder. I see this to be the base nature of men. This is all the play of Maya. Sri Krishna said that the truth appears as untruth due to the lack of spiritual practices. This is the play of Maya. Everyone thinks that things will surely remain just as they are forever. They don't understand that death is straddling their necks. Time is waiting with its open mouth. This is called Maya. My God, seeing occult powers, Mother Earth herself becomes frightened and trembles. The Master hated occult powers, but people want only that. They don't know this is Maya. These things cause people to forget God. शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम तत्सत्।